Hi guys, my name's Sean Coates. I'm a black belt under Victor Steamer. This is my assistant, Coach Rav. We're here to show you guys how to become great at grappling from beginner level, from brand new, all the way up to black belt level. So make sure you join us, watch our videos, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Okay guys, so today we're looking at 3 key tips to finish any triangle choke. So let's have a look. Okay guys, so we're here looking for a triangle choke. We managed to get one of Coach Rav's arms out. Now the first tip we're doing today is getting rid of the space. Here I've got loads of space. Remember, the triangle choke works by squeezing Coach Rav's neck. So I need to cut the blood off to his head on one side and the blood off to his head on the other side. We've got 2 big veins here running along the side of the neck, so we're going to be squeezing those. So on one side it's going to be my leg, the other side it's going to be Coach Rav's own shoulder. So the first tip I'm going to give you guys is get rid of that space here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this arm here, or push the arm across, because I don't want this big gap here. So my hips are going to go up, then I'm going to push it across. Remember, if I try and push it across here, Coach Rav's arm's locked in. So step 1, I'm going to lift my hips, then step 2, on the drop, I'm going to push it across. So that's really important to do that on the drop. So as I lift my hips, there's a lot of pressure, but on the drop, I can drop faster than Coach Rav. So here, as I lift, I drop, boom, across. Now that shoulder's nice and tight to his neck. Now, on the other side, I want no space at all. Here's a super common mistake. I see guys pulling the foot in all the way, really pulling that foot in. They're pulling the foot in as tight as they can so they can close the triangle super tight here, pulled right to the face. But look how much space we've got here, guys. There's a big gap next to Coach Rav's neck. It's not about pulling our foot all the way in, it's about getting rid of that space around the neck. So look how I'm going to do this. Once I've locked up the triangle here, I've got my legs crossed behind his back. I'm going to grab my shin, I put the foot on the hip, and I'm getting rid of that space. So I'm going to get rid by opening my leg up slightly. This is exaggerated. Opening my leg up slightly and pushing the leg against the neck here. What I don't want to do is keep my leg curled down because I can't get rid of that space there. Can you see? It's like a pair of scissors and I'm trying to jam the neck in there. I need to open it up, make contact, then close. So here, rather than pushing it in, I'm going to open up slightly, then make contact with my inner thigh, then close. Then here I can start locking up that triangle. From there, I can squeeze my knees and get the tap. Because I'm squeezing the neck on both sides, one with Coach Rav's shoulder, the other on the neck. So, we've completed step 1. We know how to get rid of the space now. But let's say another problem here. Let's say I go over the top and I'm so focused on getting rid of space that I do the next most common mistake. And that's losing the shoulder here. So here, maybe I push the arm across. I was thinking about getting rid of this space here. I've done amazing. I pushed the leg all the way across. I opened up a little bit, made that contact. And then here, I close the triangle. Now look here, my knees are super close. Great, I think I've got rid of all that space. But here, look, I've lost Coach Rav's shoulder. Now this is important for 2 reasons there, guys. 1, I can't squeeze his shoulder against his neck here if I don't have his shoulder on the inside. Number 2, there is a danger of Rav doing a counter called stack passing. So here, if I go here in this position and Coach Rav lifts up above me, here, if he puts weight down and walks his leg to his left here, he's going to slip out. 1. Watch that again from a different angle here, guys. I've got the triangle, I've got his arm across, I've got everything locked up on this side. I close the triangle here, he lifts up and he walks around bottom. And he passes my guard. Really common mistake that. So look what I'm going to do to address that problem. So here, I'm in the triangle. I make sure to get his arm across, boom. I get rid of the space on this side like we were talking about, but this time when we close it, I'm going to include the shoulder. So I got my knee nice and tight, I scrape the shoulder in and close. This time when he stack passes, look what happens. So he's going to lift up, he's going to walk around here, and I get the finish. Because you guys can really clearly see from the angle, by having his shoulder in, and he walks around there, so if Rav just walks on his knees here, you can see it's going to shut down that gap. He actually ends up bringing his neck close to his own shoulder and it gets rid of the space for me. But if the shoulder's not included, it means there's no pressure there and it will allow him to slip out of the triangle because I don't have the catch of the shoulder in between my legs. Tip number 2 is include the shoulder here. So when I go arm across, here, I'm going to get his arm all the way across, I'm going to grab the shin, I'm going to adjust on this side here, then I'm going to keep the shoulder in, so I pinch my knee in tight, I scrape the shoulder in, I close the triangle, here I can squeeze. Okay guys, final tip, tip 3 on how to finish any triangle. So let's have a look at what we've done so far here. I've just started to set up this triangle here with Coach Rav. I've got my hip up, push the arm across. I grab my shin, I'm looking to get in the space on this side here. So I put the foot on the hip, I hip escape. As I'm hip escaping, I'm pushing the leg into the neck. From here now, I've collected the shoulder. Now here, I've got a good squeeze. I can probably pinch my legs together super hard and squeeze my knees. But one thing that's going to make it so much easier, the final tip on how to finish any triangle, is flaring this left foot. As I flare this left foot, you can see that it's going to encourage both my knees to come together. So tip 3 is flaring the top foot. So look, as I flare it, both knees come together, and most importantly, they line up. This means I can scissor forwards and backwards. If I have my knees open, the only way I can squeeze my knees is pinching them together using the weak muscles on the insides of my legs. If I line my knees up so they're facing forwards and backwards, I can now scissor them, which is going to allow me to use the strongest muscles in my legs, my quads and my hamstrings. That scissoring action is going to be much more powerful than the squeezing like a clamshell of the knees. So here, I'm flaring the foot, my knees are in line, and I'm going to scissor my knees, boom, to get the tap there, guys. So one more time there. When I've got rid of the space, I've kept the shoulder in here, boom, I've adjusted the triangle. The final to finish is flare this foot, so my knees are in line. Then I'm going to keep my heels down and scissor my legs. Bang, and I'm going to get the tap. Okay guys, nice work. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, it'd be amazing if you could help us out by like, sharing and subscribing to our channel. Remember, you can click the bell icon to turn notifications on. It's a super big support for us. We really appreciate the help, and hopefully we can keep giving you guys more techniques, more content, more moves, more vlogs, more videos, and they'll help you guys out and increase your grappling knowledge. Cheers guys.